it's Jennifer and welcome to Flow Free Friday. Today's class is all about your lower back and hips. Grab a pair of blocks and we'll meet back on our mat. We'll get started in child's pose. So bring your feet so that your toes touch, knees as wide as your mat. And you can start with either having your arms stretched out in front of you, or bring your arms by your side with your palms facing up and allow your shoulder blades to melt off the side of your rib cage. Place your forehead down and turn your attention inward and start to focus on your breath. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Breathing in from your belly into your rib cage, into your chest. Pausing for a brief moment and then exhale fully. Each time you exhale, allow your body to sink even more deeply into relaxation. When we can release tension and tightness in our lower back and hips, it can go a long way to feeling better as we move through our day. Slowly start to roll your head from side to side, just gently massaging your forehead and stimulating your third eye. Continue to follow your breath as you move your head from side to side. Come to stillness and reach your hands out in front of you for extended child's pose. We're going to come into a side bend. So walk your hands all the way over to your right. Keep your palms facing down. And think about letting your sitting bones stay anchored on the back of your heels. So you can really feel the stretch from your waist all the way up to your armpit on the left side of your body. Slowly walk yourself back through center and then all the way over to your left side. Again, being mindful of your sitting bones anchoring on your heels and keeping your chest flat. So we want to avoid any rotation. Breathe into the right side of your rib cage here and enjoy the stretch. Slowly make your way back to center and take another full breath in and a full breath out. Just want to remind you to move at your pace and take as many breaks as you need. Now shifting your body forward and coming onto your hands and knees, and let's go through our cat-cow. Making sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders and you want your knees to be underneath your hips. Inhaling as you lift your heart and your sitting bones up for cow pose, and exhaling as you round your spine coming into cat pose. Once again, moving with your breath. And by now you know that I love to shift backward and forward as I move through cat-cow, especially shifting backward and rounding my spine deeply. It helps you give you a slightly more of a lower back stretch. And shifting a little bit forward, bringing your shoulders more in line with your fingertips, helps to stretch your wrist out and get them ready for your practice. Come to stillness and tuck your toes under and slowly walk your hands all the way to the front of your mat, allowing your chest to sink down towards your mat. Sitting bones are reaching up towards the ceiling for puppy pose. If it's okay in your neck, you can choose to place your forehead down, or if you'd like, you can always place it on a block or rolled up blanket or towel. Allow yourself to melt here with each exhale, just as you did in your child's pose. Slowly transitioning into a twist, take your right arm and reach it all the way over to your left side and roll onto the right side of your head. You can stay here. If you want to challenge your balance, slowly start to slide your left leg to the back of your mat. You can keep your toes in contact with your mat. Continue to breathe deeply and fully. This is an amazing stretch for your back, your mid-upper back, and your shoulders. Adding the twist also gets into your mid-upper back. Feels really good, especially after spending a long day sitting at your desk in the office. Changing sides, giving yourself a moment to reset in the center, and then extending your left arm all the way over to your right. Choosing to slide your right foot back or keep your right knee on the ground. Your choice. Maintaining a nice, even, steady breath. Slowly draw your right knee back in. Press into your right palm. Extend both fingers to the front of your mat once again. And take another breath or two here in puppy pose. On your next inhale, slowly lift up, and exhale, shift your hips back towards your heels, come into extended child's pose. Inhale and shifting your body forward, coming into a kneeling plank position. And exhale, slowly lower into chaturanga, and then come all the way down onto your belly. Reach your arms by your side where your palms are facing your thighs. Take an inhale and lift your head, shoulders, and chest up. Feet also float for locust pose. And exhale, hold it here. Continue to breathe deeply. And now slowly release. Take another inhale and slowly lift up, reaching through the crown of your head. Fingertips are reaching to the back of your mat, and you're extending through your toes. Feel your knees and thighs and lift up off of your mat. Keep drawing your ribs in and gently tone your glutes. Bend your elbows and place your hands by your chest. Curl your toes under. Take an inhale, exhale, press yourself up through plank pose and sit back into child's pose. Shift forward as you inhale into plank. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, come into locust pose. And exhale, plant your palms and press yourself up and back into child's pose. Just a mini flow to get the body a little bit warmer and to loosen up through the joints a little bit more. Coming forward into your plank, lower all the way down into your belly. Inhale, lifting up into locust. Exhale, lower, planting your palms and pressing yourself up. Onto your knees into your plank. And then slowly lift your knees off and lift your hips all the way up towards the ceiling for downward facing dog. And start to slowly pedal it out or march in place. Pause on one side where you keep one leg straight and one knee bent. And on the leg that is straight, push your heel down towards your mat so that you can feel the stretch of your calf muscle and your hamstring. Change sides and now slowly walk to the top of your mat. And let your feet be a little bit wider than the width of your hips. Coming into ragdoll. Grab a hold of opposite elbow. And let your head be super heavy here, elongating through your neck and spine. And gently sway from side to side. Remember to keep a bend in your knee, in your knees. I love how ragdoll feels. If you can take a moment to get up from your desk and do this, it will feel amazing. Heel toe your feet to hip width distance and slowly rise all the way up. Reach your fingertips to the ceiling and exhale as you bring your hands to your heart. Let's prepare for our sun salutations. Making your way to the top of your mat into Tadasana or mountain pose. Feet and legs are charged up. Inhale, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold your body in half. Inhale, look long or come into your flat back or monkey with your palms on your shins. Exhale to fold. Inhale to step your right foot to the back of your mat. Place your right knee down. Take a moment to stabilize. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach your fingertips up. And as you exhale, plant your palms. And step back to downward facing dog. You could always choose to come into child's pose here. Inhale to shift forward into your plank. Place your knees down. Exhale, lower into chaturanga. Inhale, come into locust pose. Plant your palms, take an inhale here, and exhale, press yourself up and back, downward facing dog. On your next inhalation, step your right foot to the top of your mat, place your left knee down, take a moment here to find stability. Reach your arms up, plant your palms, and step forward with your left foot, find your forward fold. Inhale to slowly come all the way up to stand, and exhale, sit back, chair pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold your body in half, forward fold. Inhale, monkey or flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale and step your left foot to the back of your mat, placing your left knee down. Bring your hands to your heart, pause here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant your palms and step back to downward facing dog. Inhaling into your plank pose. Shift forward slightly and exhale, lower into chaturanga. Bring your belly and heart all the way down onto your mat and come into your locust pose. Reach your fingertips to the back of your mat. Lift your heart up. Exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale as you step your left foot to the top of your mat by your left thumb and place your right knee down. Hands at your heart. Inhale, reach your fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, plant your palms and step your right foot forward. Come into your forward fold. Inhale to slowly reverse swan dive up to stand. And exhale, sit back, chair pose. Let's do one more round. Inhale to rise all the way up, nice and tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look long or flat back or monkey. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot steps to the back of your mat, plant your knee, or you can leave your knee off, choice is yours. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale to plant your palms and step back into downward facing dog. Inhaling into a nice strong high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, let's take upward facing dog, just to mix it up. Exhale into down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up for three-legged dog. And exhale, step your right foot and place it by your right thumb. Sweep your arms to your heart and come into your high lunge here. Inhale as you extend your fingertips to the sky. And exhale, plant your fingertips and step your left foot forward into your forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to a standing position. Exhale, arms reach up to the ceiling as you sit back, chair pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart. Exhale here. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, plant your palms and step back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, come into plank pose. Shifting forward slightly, exhale into chaturanga. Inhaling into upward facing dog, shoulders back and down. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts for three-legged dog. And exhale as you step your left foot to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale as you plant your palms and step forward into your forward fold. Inhale to slowly rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Should be nice and warm. Make your way to the top of your mat if you drifted as I did. Bring your arms by your side. Inhale, reach your left fingertips up towards the sky, and exhale, reach your left fingertips over to your right. Relax through your shoulders. If you feel your left shoulder creeping up towards your ear, draw your shoulder down away from your ear. Breathe into the left side of your body, stretching the muscles between your ribs. Keep pulling your ribs in. Legs are staying fired up. Inhale through center and exhale to release. Changing sides. Inhale, bring your right arm up. Palm is facing towards the midline. Exhale, reach over to your left. Inhale and see if you can lift up a little bit longer, a little bit higher. And exhale, reach even further over to your left. Keeping both feet anchored, active inner thighs. Inhale through center, exhale to release. Now interlace your fingers behind you, knuckles are reaching down towards the mat, and see if you can keep the heel of your hands to touch. If you can't, that's okay. Relax through your shoulders, reach your knuckles away from you and guide them down towards the earth. Lift your chest up, chest expansion. Take an inhale here and exhale, hinge at your hips, come into a forward fold. Reach the crown of your head down. You should be able to shake your head no or nod your head yes, nice and freely. No effort required here. Continue to lift your sitting bones up towards the ceiling, bringing your chest and your forehead close to your shins and your chest to your thighs as you reach your arms away from you, opening up through your shoulders. Keep breathing deeply here. This is an incredible shoulder stretch and hamstring stretch. Release your fingertips to the floor. Inhale, come into your flat back, and exhale, fold. Bend your knees a whole lot here so you can place your palms down and step back into downward facing dog. Just take a moment here. Inhale as you reach your right leg to the ceiling. Exhale and step your right foot by your right thumb. Place your left knee down. Keep your left toes tucked under. Hands at your heart, but not touching your chest. Let them hover. You're creating a triangle shape here. Hinging ever so slightly forward, take an inhale and exhale, twist over to your right. Take another inhale and exhale. Use your abdominals. Squeeze your abdominals. Draw your ribs in to twist. When you get to your maximum twist, you're drawing your right shoulder blade back towards the middle of your spine and guiding your left shoulder blade away from the middle of your spine to help you maximize your twist. Inhale through center and exhale, plant your fingertips and extend through both knees. Pyramid long stance. Inhale, look long, and exhale, fold. Draw your right hip back and over towards the left to square your hips and pelvis. Forehead is reaching towards your shin. Hips are reaching back. Inhale, bend your right knee. Bring your chest forward. Exhale, hold it here. Long, long, long spine. As you're reaching your heart forward, you're pushing through the heel of your left foot. Plant your palms, take a big breath in, and exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, and step your left foot to the top of your mat by your left thumb, and place your right knee down. Let's repeat this on the second side. Hands at your heart. Hinging forward ever so slightly, take an inhale, and exhale, start to twist over towards your left. Keep drawing your ribs in and squeezing your inner thighs towards each other. Feel the strength of your inner thigh muscles and your glutes helping to keep you stable here. Draw your left shoulder blade back and your right shoulder blade forward. Retraction and protraction to deepen and maximize your twist. Inhale to release. Exhale, plant your palms and slowly extend through both knees, coming into your pyramid long stance. Heart is reaching forward as you inhale, looking long. Exhale, fold your body, bringing your forehead to your shin. Chest towards your top of your thigh. Pulling your left hip back and your butt cheek over to your right to keep your hip square and pelvis level. Take an inhale, bend your left knee. And exhale, pause. Inhale, look long. Heart is reaching forward. Back heel is pushing towards the back of your mat. Take a big breath in here and exhale. Step yourself back to downward facing dog. Inhale, shifting forward into a plank. Place your knees down. Exhale, lower into your chaturanga. Inhaling into locust pose. Exhale, release. Take an inhale here, plant your hands by your side, push yourself up through plank, and exhale, lifting your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, reach your right leg up, and exhale, step your right foot by your right thumb. Take a moment here to stabilize. And now spin your left heel around and down. And reverse cartwheel your arms up, coming into warrior two. Left fingertips are reaching towards the back of your mat, and your right fingertips are reaching forward. Legs are super active and charged up. Feet are firmly planted. Ribs are drawing in, and inner thighs are squeezing in towards each other. Bend your right elbow and place your forearm on your right thigh. Reach your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Making sure you can keep your eye on your left thumb so you avoid straining your neck or your eyes. Your forearm is light on your right thigh, so you're using your core muscles to hold you in the position. Inhale into warrior two. Exhale, reverse your triangle. Straighten out your right knee. Let your left fingertips rest lightly on your back leg as you reach your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. If you know you tend to hyperextend, draw your kneecaps up through the engagement of the front of your thighs. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale to cartwheel your hands down and step back to plank pose. Hold your plank for one breath and then exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot to the top of your mat. Find stability here. Spin your right heel around and down. Heels are lining up. And come into warrior two, second side. Left fingertips are reaching to the front of your mat. Right fingertips are reaching back. Relax your jaw. And continue to breathe deeply. Transition it into our side angle, bending your left elbow and placing your forearm lightly on the top of your left thigh. Reach your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Inhaling into your warrior two. And exhaling to reverse your triangle. Left knee extends fully. Left arm is reaching up. Left fingertips are reaching down to the outside of your leg. Inner thighs are drawing in. Ribs are pulling in. Inhaling into your warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. And slide your left foot back. Come into plank pose. Hold your plank for one full breath in and one full breath out. And then slowly lower, pass through your chaturanga. Inhaling into locust pose. Exhale, slowly release your palms to the floor. Inhale, press yourself up into plank. And exhale, hips reach up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to reset your breath. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, as you step your right foot and plant it lightly by your thumb. Find stability here and set your focal point to a few feet in front of you on the floor. Hands at your heart. Shift your weight into your right foot and bring your left knee nice and high. Drop your left knee out to the left and place your left ankle on the top of your right thigh. Standing balancing pigeon pose. So you're sitting back. This is like a combination of pigeon and chair pose. So your right knee's generously bent. You're sitting back. Weight is in the heels. Inhale, release your fingertips to the floor and reach your left leg up high for standing splits. Reach for your mat with your left toes. Come into a low lunge and step back. Downward facing dog. Second side, left leg lifts. And exhale, step your left foot to the top of your mat. Again, setting yourself up. Find your drishti, your focal point. Push into your feet to rise up to your lunge, hands at your heart. When you're ready, shift forward. Bring your right knee nice and high. Drop your right knee out to the right and place your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Sit back into your chair. Lift your heart up. Pull your ribs in. Sink your hips back and down. Really working your leg muscles here. Keep your ankle flexed on your right foot to take care of your knee. Getting ready to lower our fingertips to the floor to come into our standing splits. Slowly release. Extend your right leg up. Bring your forehead to your shin. Bending your left knee, reaching for your mat with your right toes. Walk your hands back so they're underneath your shoulders and step back. Downward facing dog. Choosing to rest or flow. If you're flowing, come into your plank pose, knees down or up. Lower into chaturanga. Pass through to chaturanga. Lower yourself onto your belly. Inhale, come into your locust pose. And exhale, release. Make a pillow with your hands and place your forehead on the back of your hands. Shavasana on the belly. Allow your body to completely be at rest here. If you feel there's any tension or resistance you're holding on to in your body, let it go. Give yourself permission to surrender. So take a scan from the crown of your head down to the soles of your feet. If this is uncomfortable for you to have your hands on the back, your head on the back of your hands, you could always choose to have your arms by your side and place one of your cheeks on your mat. Breathing in from your belly, into your ribs, and lastly into your chest, and exhale fully. We're almost to the end of our practice today. Keep breathing deeply and keep breathing fully. Belly, ribs, and chest. Preparing for Sphinx pose. Actually, we're coming into a variation of Cobra pose first. So I want you to bring your arms out, your hands out to the side, and tent your fingers. You're up on your fingertips. I want you to focus on the retraction of your shoulder blades here to help lift you up into extension. So inhale to lift up, exhale to lower back down. Your hands will be in line with your shoulders. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, hold it here. Your glutes are not overly clenched. They are active, they're toned. You're drawing your ribs in, reaching through your heart and crown as you reach to your toes. And slowly release. And place your right cheek on your mat, or you can continue with the cradling of your head on the tops of your palms, but still turn your head so your right cheek is down. We're now going to get ready to head into Sphinx pose. So you're coming up onto your belly. Well, actually onto your forearms. And if this is a lot on your lower back, you can always walk your arms a little bit further forward so your elbows are further away from your torso. But if it's okay here, you want your elbows to be underneath your shoulders and your wrists in line with your elbows. Palms are facing down. You're not allowing yourself to sink into your shoulders. You're lifting yourself up. So it feels as though, or you want it to feel as though you're energetically drawing your palms back towards your elbows, back towards your heels as you bring or extend your heart forward. Tops of your feet are planted onto your mat. Glutes are toned. Visualize your tailbone and imagine your tailbone reaching down towards the soles of your feet or to your heels. This is going to help to avoid you dumping into your lower back. Stay here in Sphinx, or you can choose to lift your elbows up and inch your hands further forward so your arms are long. Seal pose. Draw your navel and ribs in. Relax through your shoulders. Continue to pull your heart forward. Take one more full breath in here. Exhale, and now slowly release. Place your forehead on the back of your palms. Wiggle your legs a little bit wider. A little bit of a turnout at your hips. Bend your knees and slowly windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Nice and easy, just releasing your lower back. Oftentimes you want to do this really quickly, but you want to do it slowly. Bring your legs to hip distance, hands by your side, elbows pointing up. Press yourself up through plank and sit back on your heels. If this isn't comfortable for your knees, you can always bring your legs around to the front. But we're just pausing here for a moment to reconnect with our breath and reset our spine before we move on. So bring your legs around to the front. As we're going to come into a seated forward fold. So adjusting, moving the thigh meat around the leg and pulling the butt cheeks back so you can find your sitting bones. And if this feels like you're gripping in your hip flexors or tight in the hips, you can always choose to bend your knees. But you want to keep your feet hip width distance, toes and knees pointing up. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, hinge at your hips. Let your hands rest where they may. Take another big breath in, and as you exhale, hinge a little bit more deeply. So you want to think about reaching your heart forward, keeping your spine long as you send your hips towards the back of your mat. If you can reach your toes here, you can think about pressing your feet into your hands as you pull your toes towards you to deepen the stretch. You could use a strap here, but I wanted to focus on working with where you are without the added benefit of a strap. Breathing into the back of your rib cage. And as you exhale, always hinging just a teeny tiny bit further. Doesn't matter how much. What matters here is feeling the stretch along the back of your legs and in your lower back. Slowly release. And now we're coming into revolved head to knee pose. This is an amazing side body stretch. And you might feel the stretch from all the way down the side of your waist to your armpit. Hinging at your hips, bringing your left elbow on the inside of your left thigh, grabbing a hold of either your foot, or you can keep your forearm on the ground and use the back of your tricep to press into your inner thigh to help you rotate your spine. Reaching your right fingertips towards your toes. So one day we will bind. Our right hand will connect with our toes. Or maybe we don't. But to be honest with you, this is such an incredible stretch with just being here. I'm so happy with just this. If the bind happens, it happens. But for today, we're happy to just be here and enjoying this stretch. Keep breathing deeply and keep breathing fully. Allow yourself to let gravity work with you. Inhale to reach back up and exhale to release. So you're entering one way and you're exiting the way you came in. Slowly extend your right leg and let's change sides. Bending your left knee, placing the sole of your foot on the inseam of your extended leg, your right leg, and keeping the toes and knee of your right leg facing up. Take an inhale, exhale, hinge, and now bring your right elbow on the inside, and now reach so there are a couple of choices here. Your hand can either come underneath your calf, you can grab your foot, or as I showed you on the other side, forearm can stay in contact with the mat. Bringing your left arm up, your left hand can either rest on the small of your back or your lower back, Or you can do as I'm doing here and just allow your hand to hover, reaching towards your toes. Continue to breathe deeply and fully and enjoy the stretch. Sometimes I like to stay on one side longer just because I know that that side is tighter and it needs a bit more stretching. Or sometimes it needs more strengthening. Inhale to slowly lift up. And exhale, let it go. Extending your left leg and just shake out the knees, maybe rub them, or shake your legs out, rub your knees. And now we're coming into a twist. So you have the option so we're starting with bending our left knee and stacking or wrapping the right knee or leg over. You could always keep your left leg extended. In fact, if through bending both knees you find that your sitting bones are not anchored onto your mat, you can choose to elevate your hips by sitting up on a rolled up blanket or block, or you will extend your left leg out in front of you. Resting your elbow onto the right thigh, coming into your twist. So you're trying not to use the dynamic energy created through the connection of your elbow and your thigh to crank you into the twist. I want you to focus on using your abdominals here to deepen your twist, or to initiate your twist and to maintain it. And remember the protraction and retraction of your shoulder blades. So here you would retract your right and protract your left to deepen your twist. Inhale to slowly unwind and exhale, release. Changing sides. The thing is that on one side, your sitting bones may not have been anchored on your mat, but when you change sides, you find that they do. So check it out first, see how it feels, and then choose. Take an inhale and exhale, twist over to your left. Palms stay in front of your sternum, as well as your chin. Relaxing through your shoulders. Breathing deeply and fully. Nice steady breath. Yep, stayed here a little bit longer. Felt really good. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, unravel your legs. And here's Miko. And shake your legs out, bend your knees, and just scoot forward to make sure that you are fully on your mat when you lie down. Keeping your knees bent, feet are going to be hip distance. And we're going to do a little bit of core work. Bending your elbows and placing your fingertips by your temples. Exhale, lift up 1. And inhale as you lower. And 2, 3, 4, keeping your chin away from your chest. 5, sacrum or tailbone heavy. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Moving into rotation. So you're going to twist to your right and bring your knee in. Thinking about drawing opposite shoulder to knee. 10 reps again. Keep your elbows wide. Exhaling to lift up and twist, inhaling to lower your foot, as well as your head and shoulders. Oftentimes we think about stretching the lower back, but also strengthening the supporting muscles, your abdominals, super, super helpful to maintaining a healthy spine. And alleviating low back tension and maybe even pain. Switching sides, right shoulder to left knee. 3, 4, 5, halfway, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Release your arms by your side with your palms facing down. And we're preparing for bridge pose. So you're pressing into your feet, energizing your legs, and lift your hips up, squeezing your glutes. Gently pressing the back of your head into your mat, keeping your chin away from your chest. You can choose to stay here. If you'd like to deepen your back bend, wrap your shoulders down and under you, interlace your fingers, press into your triceps, lift your chest and hips up a little bit higher. Draw your heels towards your shoulders. Charge up your inner thigh muscles. Keep breathing deeply and fully here. And then slowly release. We're coming into a twist. So I want you to lift your bum up and shift your bum all the way over to the left side of your mat so that you can lower yourself fully onto your right hip and allow your knees to come all the way over to your right. Your gaze can be over to the left if that feels okay in your neck. Otherwise, you can look straight up at the ceiling or look over to your right. Moving your arms into a position that feels okay for your shoulders. Slowly make your way back through center. Readjust on your back and then shift your hips all the way over to the right side of your mat so you can lower yourself fully onto your left. Basically, you want to make sure your spine stays long. So you're really stacking yourself on the outside of your hip. And knees follow. On your next inhalation, draw your knees back in. And now we're coming into happy baby. So your knees are going to be on either side of your torso and you're holding the outside edge of your feet. You are drawing your knees down on either side of your torso as you think about pushing your heels up towards the ceiling. And while those two actions are happening, I want you to tune into your sitting bones and think about reaching them towards the front of your mat. Happy baby. Keep breathing here. Keep the push-pull happening and the reaching away of your sitting bones. And of course, keep your breath flowing. And from here, we're going to end our practice with legs up the wall. You could take your mat and bring it over to the wall and let your heels rest, or you can just extend your feet up towards the ceiling and let your legs be heavy and just hang out. This is incredible. This feels really, really great. Really wonderful restorative pose. And for me, it feels really good to have my arms up above my head, as you see here. And then draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a gentle squeeze. Preparing for a Shavasana, extending your legs fully. 1 foot each corner of your mat. Arms by your side with your palms facing up. And I'd like you to do this for me. I want you to squeeze, make a fist, and squeeze every single muscle in your body as tightly as you can as you inhale. And as you exhale, you'll release. The idea is with each exhalation, you will allow your muscles in your body to relax even more. Here we go. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale, release. Let's go again. Inhale, squeeze, make a fist. And exhale, melt. Last one. Inhale, squeeze. And exhale, let it all go. Allow yourself to completely let go, knowing that you are safe and supported, and it's okay to just simply be. Finding your breath and enjoying the next few minutes of quiet relaxation. Slowly start to become aware of your surroundings once again. Moving your fingers, moving your toes, reaching your arms above your head and stretching it out as if you're waking up for the first time this morning. And exhale, let it go. Draw your knees into your chest. And slowly roll on to your favorite side. And just pause there for a moment in a fetal position. Just acknowledging any thoughts or any feelings that might have popped up in your practice. Letting go of any heavy ones and keeping all the positive ones to guide you through the rest of your day. And make your way up into a comfortable seated position. I want to thank you so much for sharing your energy with me today and trusting me to guide you through your practice. Be free, be true, be you. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.